Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time. This is episode 85,
Yep.
streaming live on YouTube and Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're also available on every podcast known to man. If you're new to the show, this is the Serie A podcast that most listeners show up to for the soccer and stay for the accidental comedy. So welcome aboard. Make sure you like and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. I'm Frank. Say hello, fellas.
Hey.
Hi. Hi.
Nice for you to show up this week.
Yes, yes. That was Dan, Chris, and Pietro. I did pay. I was docked 250,000 pounds for missing last episode. So message loud and clear. Next time, you told me to dock my full show rate, and I definitely don't want that to happen. So, I am back. I heard you guys had a show either way, and I heard it was pretty good.
It was okay.
All right. Well, we have a lot to. I did hear. I actually didn't watch the entire thing myself quite yet. I'm getting around to it. So, all right.
It's just 1 hour. Imagine it 2 hours.
That's right. Well, 2 hours. Forget about it. You have to pay me my time back. Okay. So a ton going on here. You guys want to start off with Inter since they had 2 games? You want to start off with Inter Bologna and get right down to it?
Yeah, let's do the makeup game.
Sure.
All right. Well, I know, for those of you guys who didn't see it, Bologna beat Inter 2-1, which I know Daddy has been waiting for that rematch game for a while.
He's been saying it for legit 4 months. Wait for that game. So
he has. He's been saying it, and I sealed it by betting on Inter. So I have, for those of you guys that watch our betting segment, know I haven't gotten one right in 5 weeks. So I actually use it to my advantage to jinx them and make them lose the championship.
Yeah,
so,
but I don't know. In a way, they were. Inter was expected to win 3-0 in that game.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. My jinx is strong.
No, it was to go for 3-0.
So
without play.
Yeah, we don't have to talk too long about this game, but I just, for me, it was. The 2 goalies were the difference in this game. Skorupski played amazing, and Radu made the error to give the goal at the end of the game, and they Inter lost because of the goalie mishandling the ball.
Wait, you're counting that as an error?
So it was a pass back to Radu, and he just misses the ball, and Sansone has to just tap it in from the 1-inch yard line.
He didn't even miss it. He did like the swinging sweep.
Yeah, I don't even
pass it into his own net.
You see, the way Inzaghi think, make it the same play all the time, right? The guy forgot to play.
Yeah, he's really cold. Much. I mean, Handanovic has played pretty much every game, and he was a scratch like an hour before the game. So Radu didn't even know he was going to play.
No, because usually, Juventus, Milan, everybody else, and the Coppa Italia make a play the second goalie. Inter didn't do this.
Yeah,
Inzaghi. They never played even Coppa Italia.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's amazing that might be the game that ends up costing the championship, and I am taking some credit for betting on them because I believe, if I remember correctly, I sent in my picks, and you guys said so. Basically, you're picking Milan, you're picking Inter to win, right? Because I was like, "Yep," and then jinx him right down the toilet.
I felt kind of bad for him. He was crying afterwards.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel for the goalie. I mean, it happens. But
and welcome to our segment where one of the hosts walks away. For those of you on the podcast, Pietro just walked away unannounced, so I'm not sure where he went.
But with the other goalie, Skorupski made a lot of good saves in that game where Inter could have had two or even 3 goals. So.
Well, if it makes Radu feel any better, Buffon had the same exact mess up this week for Parma.
Yeah, that's true. And
even the greatest of all time can mess up every once in a while.
Yeah, and the goalie play all around the league has been awful with the ball.
Really bad.
It happened even more this weekend with more teams. So
I feel like it's once a week at least.
Yeah, no, it was multiple times this week. And Inter loses that game in hand, and now they're in second place, legit in second. There's no what if. This, what if that? So, as for Juventus fans, we're happy about that.
Yes.
So, like I said, we don't have to spend. I will say Perisic is very good. For me, Perisic might be the MVP of the league this year. There's not been a strong candidate.
No,
that's a great question.
It's
who
the best
who
from
is
Inter right now.
who is your MVP of the season? Me, it's
I would
Perisic.
say he would definitely be the MVP for Inter for
Yeah.
sure.
Brozovic is up there with him because they're very important, but Perisic is the most.
Yeah, I
to me,
think
the
Perisic has
MVP.
been a little bit more continuous than Brozovic.
I mean, he's more attacking, so he gets seen more.
That's a great question. That's a good. I haven't thought of that, but that's it's hard to give someone the MVP of the league if they come in second.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
You could say Magnan too if Milan wins it.
Tonali was good.
Tonali had a good. I don't know. It's tough because Leao was playing great at one point. Milan's had like a few different guys play great for 10 games and then switch to a different guy.
I mean, Magnan's been the most steady on that team, but for me, no matter
but he
where
missed
Inter
a lot
finishes,
of time and he was injured.
You know what I heard today? A statistic like Milan is in first place, right? It's Milan doesn't have the best defense and neither the best attack.
No, they don't.
Never happen like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is it.
Usually they have the best defense and win the championship.
Yeah.
Or best forward.
But are they like in the top 5 of both?
Yeah, they've only let up like 31 goals this season. They haven't let up a lot.
They have a solid defense.
I mean, that's really the difference for Juventus, right? Juventus is what?
No,
Juventus
they have
8 or 9. They have like 10 teams ahead of them in scoring, don't they?
Yeah, their difference is they can't score. They have 12 teams ahead of them.
But I don't know whatever you say. We got
Udinese has scored more goals than them.
We talk after. We got to the fourth position. I think our coach showed the whole thing in that game. Take out Vlahovic and put Chiellini. That was disgraceful. Come on, what the Venezia?
Well, let's go. Let's talk about the second Inter game real quick, and then because we're not going to spend too much time making fun of them. So what else?
Yeah. No, I mean.
By the way, we invite all international Inter fans to join our show on a weekly.
Totally.
You'll definitely love the content.
I mean, call in, right?
Call in. If you can find the number, you can call in.
We do have a live chat also. Inter did beat Udinese 2-1 this weekend, and Udinese, who's been playing very good, did not really show up this game. It was a disappointing performance from them. You saw Perisic score again. Like I said, he's been very, very good. Corner kick. They seem to score all the time.
Hey, what do you say about the penalty?
The penalty?
I don't think that was a penalty.
So Dzeko got fouled in the box. He got clipped, which they had to go to VAR, and originally they didn't call it. And this is for the second goal.
Did you see the ref what it was? 2 yards from me.
Yeah. So and he saw originally.
And they say, but the ref didn't see. If you didn't see that at 2 yards,
yeah. What's he looking at?
Ref, don't do anything.
So VAR overturned
you don't need
it.
the VAR in there. At 2 yards, you see the VAR. Come on.
And then Lautaro missed the penalty. Actually, he hit the post and then got the rebound and scored. But for me, I expected more from Udinese, and I was disappointed because they've been playing well. But Inter needed.
Was anyone surprised that he put Handanovic back in and not Radu again? as a show of fate.
You know what though? He wasn't even going to be 100%. They were still up in the air.
Inzaghi said if Handanovic doesn't feel like to play, Radu is going to play again.
Who else is going to play? He's got to play.
We're going to go with DeMarco in that.
I was going to say DeMarco.
So, but still, even with this win, now points behind
that guy is playing good for Bologna. They're forward.
Arnautovic is playing. Yeah,
he's do a good tournament.
Well, yeah, that was the other game.
But he's not really. How old is he? He's not.
No, he's not young. He was. Arnautovic was Inter's.
By the way, today I don't know who saw Salernitana Atalanta.
Yeah.
I like 3 players, most of all. I like Koulibaly. He was playing for 2 midfield. Verdi. I don't know if it's the guy that was Australian talk about.
No, it's a different one.
It's a different one. It was the other one that played good.
Ederson.
No, Verdi.
I don't know why we got onto this game, but
no, because we're free flowing up into Tifosi Time.
I like Koulibaly, most of all. Okay. It's a good midfield.
Yeah.
So any thoughts from this game besides the fact that Inter won?
Yeah.
I was disappointed in Udinese, really.
Chris, do you watch games anymore? You just sit there like, nah.
No, you don't talk. That's why.
Well, you guys don't shut up. So, no, I heard it's off topic, but I heard man, you've put an offer for Martinez already.
Well, Lautaro.
Yep.
Who put the offer?
United.
How much?
It was like a player and money. I don't know. It was just a rumor.
Yeah, but rumor. Even if you look at Facebook, even they say we sold already delete 100 million.
Facebook, where all news is real.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep. Undisputed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys don't have anything else to say about this game.
Long story short, Inter, you blew it. You're in second place. Maybe
No,
next year.
I'm surprised at one thing though about Inter. Actually, Gagliardini play Inter 1.
He's awful.
That shows you how bad Udinese was.
Yeah. Dom, move to another game. Let's do. I don't care where you guys want to go. We have Milan or we have Juventus. We can go to. Which one?
I don't care.
Surprise us, producer boy. All right, he chose Juventus. Shocking. Juventus 2-1 win over Venezia. This was by the way, the 6:30 a.m. game on the East Coast.
Which I prefer, by the way.
Oh, come on.
What did you guys feel about? I like the 6:30.
What about the Wednesday? Who will play Wednesday?
What Wednesday? They didn't play a Wednesday.
No,
that was a
good.
makeup game for Inter. You prefer the 6:30?
Plutana's here. Yeah. No, I like the 6:30 game. Right? What did you guys think?
I mean, I was up at 3:00, so I didn't matter to me.
Yeah, I watch.
Because here's the deal: 6:30 is great. 8:30, you're done.
Then you can eat breakfast, or you go back to bed if you want.
And you can get on with your day. So I like
morning dump.
Yeah, but, because we want to watch, but with the usual play, I don't understand.
Listen.
I'm glad that we got in the championship just for the monetary. The way we play, we know
the important thing is they clinch top 4 and they're in the Champions League. Speaking of Juventus, so they get the money.
Okay, so you want my one take from this, and I'm sure you guys have the same take. Besides the fact that we play horrible and we suck, but this is I know people think we're hard on coaches, whatever, and Allegri especially, but this goes back to say, like, I remember we watched the preseason game and we saw Moretti and we were talking about Moretti right away. The entire season goes on and we have a horrible midfield, yada yada yada. He's never willing to try anyone different. Now in this game, 3 games left versus Venezia, he decides, okay, I'm going to put Moretti in. And right away, and not that he had the greatest game ever, but right away you can see the guy, his movement, his positioning's better. He passes the ball quicker. He can try to verticalize. So again, like, it would be unfair not to give Allegri blame in this situation. Because,
here's the thing I'll say about that, and which I didn't know about, and maybe I don't know if you guys knew about this rule either, but if you're an under 23 person, if you play on under 23, if you play 5 games of 30 minutes or more in the top club, you can't go back to under 23.
Okay,
so
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that rule. So maybe that had something to play into of him not playing until late in the season.
Which is fair, Dan. That's a fair point.
Guys,
I didn't know that rule, but my point is, even with that rule, don't you think Moretti should have been part of the?
Guys,
100%.
I tell what I think about Juventus, the whole thing. It's not good news. Now, Juventus has the great idea to go for the under 23. My point is, the under 23 should be a team that prepare the player to go on the first team, right? Otherwise, you don't need that. What do you need to win the championship or Serie A?
Nobody cares about that.
Okay. Anyway, now Juventus make a mistake. He had a lot of young people. He sent away Fagioli. We have a coach. He don't care about young people. He don't care at all. Because this year he had the chance to put all the younger people one at a time. He never did. So how will you do a project with a coach like that?
You don't. They always get rid of him.
You don't have a project.
Yeah,
Because if you know, look, England, in England, they show they have more money, right?
Mhm.
And they have a better championship. We don't have money.
Sorry, I have to
what we,
sneeze.
so when you don't have money, right? You have to go with young people. Try to forge people to be good,
Listen,
to begin.
Fagioli already came out and said he refuses to go on loan next season, so he
Yeah,
needs to be
he
sold or play.
said,
I don't
right.
blame him.
Good, yeah. But here's my thing. Yes, Juventus is a team that considers themselves one of the top teams in Europe. They have to compete for Serie A and the Champions League, all that stuff. Who taught these guys that you can't do both? You can't compete for these championships and put in one or two good young players every year. Like, who taught them that?
Why Barcelona played 17, 18
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we can't?
That's what I'm saying. So I have to blame. Because we should have seen Moretti. We should have seen Soleil this year, right? Fagioli was already on loan, so it is what it is. So is Rovella. But my point is, like, we can't complain all year. We don't have two guys that can make a pass in the midfield when you got a young kid that can, and you don't let him play.
Forward passes too, not side to side. Like he's actually trying to pass it forward.
Forward, by the way, quickly in space, not easy ones, like where he could turn with both feet and one time pass.
He's taking the corner kicks. The goals are set up because of him. He can actually pass the ball.
Then I can understand if in their position, this Meretti, Sole, you have a better player, or more experienced, a better player. But when you don't.
Yeah, it's like
what it costs to you to bring in.
Well, I was just about to say, Dan, if you look at the one game of Moretti plus the little bit we saw him in preseason, and you see what Arthur gives you, you're going to tell me Arthur gives you more than Moretti?
Nope.
Or the same with Kane. What is?
Well, Kane, I text all them during the game. I said, I hate to say it, like, you're telling me the team wouldn't be better as a backup forward with an Henry from Venezia than a Kane?
I really like Henry. Henry's a good player.
I'd rather have Henry to back up Vlahovic than a Kane.
Yeah.
You know what about the player, about the game I saw Salernitana Atalanta, Duric
is very good too. I take him.
I think that's a good help.
Yeah.
Because he's like Ibranovic. He get the ball in the air. That's the goal.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at these
we
players,
don't have one like that.
No, that's why even I like Henry. He wins a ton of balls in the air, right? And he would come in.
Those are players who fit roles better than what
they fit roles. You get him cheap.
How do you see the face of Vlahovic?
Oh, he looks unhappy already.
We lost this guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's already upset that he came in.
I have to tell you, when he subbed out Moretti and Vlahovic at the same time, I stopped watching. I was on my phone. I wasn't even paying attention because I was like, "What's the point? Why am I watching this team?"
Another change. Pellegrini, I thought, was playing okay. He got a yellow card, but why did Sandro have to come in?
He always does that. He does not trust Pellegrini.
You can't trust Pellegrini.
I don't think Pellegrini plays card right.
No, he's stupid.
I think it's I cannot put him on the formation.
Well, right now it's him or Sandro. So.
I would sell Pellegrini this summer. I don't trust him. Pellegrini's not good enough.
It's him. So you're gonna. So I mean, you have no one on the left you trust.
I'll put Danilo over there before I put both of them.
Yeah, but Danilo can't play right back, center midfield, and left fullback.
I know he's gonna play one of them. I know.
We know Danilo's good, but
for me, Pellegrini isn't good enough to be on this team. You got to get rid of him.
Listen, at the end of the day, the roster is very flawed. Allegri doesn't make it better. It's the same conversation we had. And
I mean, I said, go ahead, Chris.
I just don't enjoy watching this team play.
No, I agree. And I also think Zakaria, I think when they make certain changes, they ends up playing like right wing. He ends up playing like with Kenny's role, where he's playing like forward by the box, which is not his best role. And I think now I've seen them do it with multiple midfielders. I think that's Allegri. I think he's telling people to play in that role because McKennie did that a bit, remember? Where he was just stuck up front. It was like
I think he tells, one usually advances more than others, and it's usually McKennie, and now it's Zakaria.
Yeah, but do they take him literal where they think he has to be like
in a sense it should be Locatelli. At all of them, when they're healthy, he should be the one moving forward, and he never did.
I don't know. It's like, you look at this team, and I just hope Daddy's right. I hope Vlahovic doesn't get to the point where he's like, I'm out of here.
Right? Oh, come on, he's not going anywhere.
I mean, look, it's not going to be. He's realizing it's going to be hard work, and he had a chance to win the top scorer. He came to Juventus, he lost that.
Hey, on the plus side this week, I don't know if you heard, but the Chiesa's clause kicked in, so we got him at least.
Chiesa's clause kicked in. Well,
that wasn't really.
It's mandatory now. That's
how can we erase Keane's clause after the 2 years? It's 2-year loan with obligation, right? Is there like any? Do we ever find out if there's any like way we can get out of that? Or
I didn't look.
I think he froze. I don't know what happened to him.
Who, me?
No, him. Daddy.
Oh, he froze?
Yeah. So I was going to say, I mentioned this last week. Bernardeschi's not going to be on the team, and he continues to play now. As soon as they say, "Don't, we're not re-signing you," and now
well, that's another great point, Dan. It's like there's no rhyme or reason. Like people aren't going to re-sign. You're going to play all the time now.
They did pick up DeCilio though for a couple more years at a lower salary.
I'm not mad about that.
So let me ask you.
He's serviceable. I like him.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that. So I mean, with all the players that are not re-signing, right? Bernardeschi, Dybala, all the people we hope they get rid of. Mm-hmm. Are they planning on bringing in like 7-8 new players?
Well, that's why I think fans are delusional. It's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen unless 4 of them are like really young, cheap guys.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
Which I don't think they're smart enough to do.
It's going to be very similar to next year.
You think they're going to come back with the same team next year?
It's going to be a lot of the same.
No, you're going to see changes. It's not as many as people want.
I don't think
that's what I mean. It's going to be very similar. Yeah.
We didn't mention Bonucci scoring 2 goals on his birthday, but the part I want to mention is his second celebration where he tries to slide and almost breaks his neck because he flips over
and almost takes out Zacharia's knee. That was awesome.
He tries to slide and like breaks his neck. That was funny to me.
The fact of the matter is, no matter who you play, you see players on other teams that have their moments. Like even Cousins on Venezia.
Aramu's goal was beautiful.
Yeah, his goal was. But I mean, you see some technique, some skill out of these guys, and Juventus. You watch them the entire game, and you're just like bored to hell.
Dude, it's like they're not fun to watch. Like this is a team other teams beat 4-1, 5-1. Juventus plays them tight because they suck. When they came out of halftime, I was like, they're going to lose this game. It was terrible.
How many chances did Juventus? I'm trying to think back to the game now. Like, how many shots on goal did we legit have?
4.
From the run of play.
From the run of play?
Yeah, from the run of play that weren't from a corner kick. I don't remember one really.
I'm trying to think. I can't really remember.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's not just because it's Venezia. It's just.
Well, I know Moretti did have a shot that went wide. He could have scored. Other than that, I don't remember.
I don't know. Like I said, I just don't like watching them play. They're very boring.
But if they get the millions of dollars, that'll be helpful. Now it's just a matter if they finish 3rd or 4th in the season.
They're dropping like 5.
Nobody. I know. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's quitting the podcast mid podcast. They couldn't even wait till after the podcast. So I don't know if they have comments anymore about this game because they both disappeared.
There it is.
My screen just went totally blank.
Why is everyone quitting our podcast, Frank? What's going on?
I'm still frozen. Anyone actually tell him he's got to like rejoin? Does he think he's still talking?
I texted him. I don't know if he'll answer. You have anything else to say about this game, Frank?
I don't know. I feel like we've been a broken record at this point. I think the question I asked last was, if they really think they're going to come back with this same team next year, what's the point? Like, who are we fooling?
It's not going to be the same team. It's going to be different, but not as much as people want.
But how many changes do you think that there's going to be, honestly?
I mean, there's a couple players that they really – if they could get Bremer, that would be great, which I don't think they will.
They're fighting with many teams to get him.
They need a left fullback that's actually good.
Okay.
Can we get Pileski from Roma? I don't know. Like the whole team is horrible.
Zalewski,
yeah. The whole team is horrible.
That's my point.
I guess they're hoping on Chiesa coming back.
Yeah, which is a big get.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
he's back. He's back.
What up?
I don't know.
He's adorable. All right, we're gonna.
You froze like 10 minutes ago. Do you have anything to add on this game?
I froze. Yeah. People. Hey, what happened to me?
You just froze. You're back now.
Do you have anything to add to Juventus? Because we're gonna wrap up on them. You missed the whole segment.
I think whatever it is, Allegri has to go.
Yeah, I think your point of the substitution of Vlahovic
For
for
everything,
Chiellini is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, so remind me. Was it Chiellini that came forward? Didn't he put in?
Chiellini.
It was
two
Chiellini for
subs.
Vlahovic.
It was
and
subs.
he took out Moretti for Arthur, and
And
he did another sub.
Didn't Kane come in?
For Morata.
But do you imagine it? Every team we play, we have to be scared.
You're
Yeah, that's what Chris was just saying.
parking the bus against the last place team.
Well,
who
I
can't
said
score.
before you came back, but I said I don't remember them having how many shots did they have from the run of play? Not a free kick or a corner kick. Did they even have a shot on goal?
But what was it? We don't have nothing.
He said that with such disgust.
We don't, and that's why I asked them. I said, the sad part is if they think they're gonna. If you look at this team between the people they're not signing, Bernardeschi, Dybala, and the people we hope to get rid of, do we really think they're bringing?
I mean, think about right. Dybala, you let him go already, but that's your fault. Allegri and the society. You never do such thing like that. When you say you're not part of a project, what do you mean you're not part of a project? You like you say, a good player, you're not good for us. Well, the whole 102, you take him, delete Vlahovic, and you say you're not good for us. You're not part of the project.
But do we agree that Dybala was freaking atrocious in this game?
Yes.
Because to me, he's been awful.
I understand him. I understand completely, but they kill him.
Well, it goes back to what Dan said before, though. They decide that Bernardeschi's not going to re-sign, and Allegri starts to play him every game.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's so many mixed messages that happen.
Not that Bernardeschi played bad or worse than normal, but why would you say, okay, we're not going to re-sign you, but hey, we're going to put you on the field? It doesn't even make any sense. And it goes back to we were talking before when you got kicked off. Do we really think they're going to change 7-8 players on this team? Or is it going to be the same people they're bringing back?
Already, what's his name? Bonucci say, I hope to be a great example at least until I'm 34, in 2024.
Yeah,
so we have to see to another 2 years.
Of course, he's going to beg for as many years as he wants. What else is he going to
say? Another European he wants to probably play.
Great.
What we're playing for charity? We I don't know.
That's the thing. There's so many spots to fix this team, and it's going to be very hard for them to do because they don't believe in young players.
You can do it, but you have to do it wisely. You can't mess up on the few that you can actually do.
Yeah, they have to do it wisely. They don't, I don't know. And show me. My only hope, honestly, guys, is if they're able to get the guy from Atalanta.
Every week.
The president.
But that's not the problem, Frank.
Yeah, I think it is.
If you have an Allegri in there, that's not the problem. You can bring whoever. But if you have a coach like that who don't believe in young people, who's scared to win.
No, but my point is, if you bring a president like that, he's going to have
power.
What
he say? His motto is corto muso. As long as I win 1-0. No, I'm not like that. I don't want to fall asleep.
But the point is, I like the result. Fine, get the result. But don't tell me you're confident in any result. Any week you can lose to anyone.
Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't think they were going to win that game. You thought they were going to win this game after they scored?
Well, we are afraid. You see a problem. I watch at the time, another 2 minutes, 1 minute. Come on, are you kidding with Juventus?
To be, I couldn't wait till I wanted the game to extend because they were playing good. Now I'm literally come on, just knock the clock. Dom in the chat says, would they have finished first if Chiesa was healthy? I want to say no way. As much as Chiesa is great, he wouldn't have made a difference.
Chiesa, we mentioned Chiesa. I hope he come back stronger. But he's injured.
In fact, actually, you brought up a great point. One of the other things we were blaming Allegri for, at least I was early on, was where he had Chiesa playing. If you remember, Chiesa had his worst 2 months before he got injured because they had him playing out of position in the middle. He wasn't really able to do what he was doing the past 18 months. So I don't know what the plan is here, but it can't be bring back the same guys as Allegri.
Besides, think what I think of Allegri. I don't think he's a good psychology too. You know, you have to improve. You have to do. Oh, come on. You know,
Coaches don't matter though.
Yeah.
Imar. No, Imar. At least if you have a coach that say play the way you know how, they will play good.
He's leaving again.
He's leaving again. I love.
He did his monologue. And
We
he said, "I'm
we
outta
usually
here."
only get one walkout per show,
What's-
not two.
What's this guy bring? What's Allegri bringing to the team?
Killer haircut.
Snazzy outfits.
What he bring? Hammer. Okay, but what he bring?
Listen, I didn't pick him. We're stuck with him though.
It's not.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I think we should move on from this. Let's go to Milan because Milan.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
should have move on. But yeah, that's right.
we did. Yeah, we spent 20 minutes on them. We gotta move on. Milan beat Fiorentina 1-0. Stay up top. Milan had the better. Not that I don't even know if that's accurate shots on goal. I think Terracciano had more saves than
Yeah,
two.
but that's the thanks to do the goal at time.
Yeah, and Terracciano at the end of the game gives the ball away on another goalie kick right to the other team. Leao just dribbles, shoots. He did that earlier in the first half too. He gave the ball away and they almost scored. So like I said, the goalie play is freaking terrible in this league.
This is the worst I ever remember. Actually, Italy usually has good goalies, but there's been a lot of
mistakes.
A lot of mistakes, but Fiorentina was poor in this game overall. I mean, they didn't really do much of anything. Magnan had one really nice save on Cabral.
He saved the game.
A nice reflex save. And Igor just missed the shot wide. That was their only two chances, really. But Magnan, he saved the 3 points on that.
But even Milan, what he did.
No, they didn't do much.
You see something when Leao decided to move a little bit.
Yeah, he was attacking more than usual, more than lately, moving forward. But they had definitely the better of play.
Because he go by himself too.
Yeah. And Fiorentina's kind of, they're fighting for that Europa League, but the three games in a row they lost, they're not playing well. So they caught them at a good time. And 3 points. They're still now, like I said.
I'm glad because I wanted to stay there to win the championship.
Let's hope they don't mess it up.
Now their destany's in their hands. They
But
just need more points than Inter.
What I say before, they don't have the best defense and they don't have the best attack.
Yeah,
so,
but they're winning, and that's impressive. They do have a good coach. They have a good coach.
Yeah.
Pioli makes really good adjustments at halftime. They always come out strong in the second half.
There's 3 games left?
Yeah, there's only 3 games left.
Yeah, but according to the 3 game, Milan has a 3 bad game.
Yeah,
3 bad.
Inter has an easier schedule.
Yeah, but
Don't worry, I'm going to keep heading on into the rest
Daniel,
of this thing.
Inter, wait partita Cagliari. They lose there.
You think so?
Yeah.
Inter also
They Serie A, those people.
Inter also has an extra game too.
No, well,
not anymore.
No,
I mean, for the Coppa Italia.
Oh, yes, in the
true,
middle of that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yes, they'll have less rest than
Yeah,
Milan.
that's what I mean.
You're right about that. Yeah. Which that's coming up in a couple weeks.
Listen to what I say now. Cagliari, they're going to lose.
But they just fired Alec Baldwin, so I have no faith in Cagliari.
Yeah, they fire.
But like I said, I was disappointed in Fiorentina. That I don't think they're going to get many more points the rest of the season. And Milan got the 3. That was the most important thing. Kalulu has played really improved.
He's
played
improved a lot.
Yeah, he's played really good.
Hi, Alexa. How you doing?
He's talking to the chat. I love it. Theo Hernandez had some questionable plays where he could have done more and just made stupid mistakes. He could have crossed the ball. He shot wide. Even Giroud missed such a easy play where he just tried to chip the goalie and be cute about it and just missed it wide. So they could have scored more. Poot says not Alec Baldwin. Yes, he was fired. He was fired from Cagliari.
Yeah, but you see, the soccer is strange, though. I don't know. Udinese, they won the first game. They won the week before. They won 5-0.
Yeah, they've been scoring so many goals.
Fiorentina lost 5-0, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next game they play different, both of them. It's like they do a favor to, like they do a favor to Inter.
It's been a lot of that all year, I feel like, from teams.
No team is consistent, and that's why when you look back in the history of this season, no one's going to remember. No one's going to remember whoever
consistently shitty.
No one's going to remember this team, whoever wins it, as a good team and say that this team was great. It's not going to be a history season.
The point totals are really low this season, no?
Yeah, they're really low.
There's no great team this year.
No, this season's going to get forgotten. In 5 years, you're going to say, who won that?
No, it's like I heard from the Napolitan people. He say they did bad this year because I remember 2018 when they lost the championship, Juventus won.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they say at least Juventus at that time had a good team.
Yeah.
Now this year they were the best, Napoli.
Yeah, they could have won.
They could because they were really
well. They had the nicest play, but then again, part of winning is being consistent and getting results, right? Like, and that's one thing they never learned to do.
Yeah.
I think when Napoli looks back on the season, they're going to be really upset about
themselves.
Oh yeah,
they already do because of this year they could have won.
This was so
not just because we're Juventus fans, but any year where Juventus is down, and if you don't win, if you're one of the other teams and you don't win, that's a lost opportunity.
Yeah, it's worse than any other season.
Because when Juventus is, Juventus doesn't spend too many years down. So when Juventus is down, that's really a chance for everybody else.
Yeah.
And one question I have. All right, let's just after what do we say about Juventus, right? After the first four games we played in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
Do you think we have a team that deserves to win the championship?
No,
no. I think it's more of like what we just
without said, taking the poor game or whatever.
No, I think it's more that the other teams are not that good either, so we got to hang around. But our team's not very good at all.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody play against us.
Yeah.
Everybody gave the game in their life.
Well, and teams do get up for playing versus Juventus.
They do. They do.
That's no excuse. Like, you should not barely beat Venezia.
But this goes back to the Villarreal game, right? Like the way Juventus plays, any game you could either win 1-0 or you could lose 3-0. They don't really control their own destiny on the field. They just kind of play and try to hold off.
Did you read the news people from Pollack? They thought about the change Allegri would have done. Yeah. Vlahovic with Khalid, they left on him.
They made fun of him.
Yeah. They make fun of.
Wait, who is this?
It's like a Polish newspaper, right?
Why do I care what a Polish newspaper says?
No, what did they think about our coach?
It's a joke.
You're a joke. Come on. Yeah.
First of all, does someone have to
Venezia?
Does someone
taking your best player?
Does someone have to tell him too that like sticking an extra defender in and messing up how you're organized in the back is more dangerous than playing with the four?
But Daniel, it's like you say when he does the change, you don't even know. You say you play here.
That's what I'm saying. He's acting like he's some coach who read a manual. I'm going to put an extra defender in so we can defend. Meanwhile, everybody gets confused and it doesn't help the situation. It's like
if Juventus has Pioli as their coach, did they win the championship this year?
No.
I think if they have Pirlo, they win the championship.
No, I think if maybe now if you tell me
Pirlo better than he was, I never felt bad.
Okay, let me change the question. If Juventus has pick any coach, I don't know any coach. Can you win the championship with this team?
I think yes. Coach? I think actually, if they would have had an Italiano, a Tudor, I think they would have been closer to the top. I really do.
I agree with Frank. Not because they're good, it's because every other team was blowing it. Like they had a chance.
Yes, but also another coach means you get a different type of year from a lot of your players, right? Yeah. Maybe you get better years from 3, 4, 5 players. Maybe you get a couple young guys playing, and you have a different team.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Tudor, he's getting the most out of his players. I
guess it was it was a winnable season.
Yeah. It was a winnable
season. I mean, he's to blame, Allegri, definitely some of it. Yeah. Dom, go to the scores of the rest of the games. We'll go over. We'll touch on them one by one. So if you guys have comments about this, shout it out. Napoli beat Sassuolo 6-1. Sassuolo was awful in this game.
That's ridiculous.
Napoli had 4 goals in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
but how bad?
Because of Napoli in the first 10 minutes had the 3 goals. That's why
Does anyone watch Kitty Cash play? Why is he on a team?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he was at fault for a few of the goals.
He's so bad.
Yeah.
He's particularly. I mean, he's had 4 or 5 really bad ones in a row.
Yeah. Napoli wasn't even playing good, but they demolished. So not that Sassuolo was playing good. I think they lost 3 in a row too.
Oh, that's Sassuolo the worst game they did.
Yeah, that was awful. Verona beat Coyote 2-1. Again, Coyote just fired their coach today, so
I like Baldwin. You know what he say for the game? He say that Verona thought was playing the championship game. Well, what do you want them to give the game?
That's the one thing you get from Verona is they try every freaking game. I wish
they play with everybody like that.
Yeah, they give their heart all the time.
Yeah, maybe if your team played like that, you wouldn't be in trouble.
Yeah. I don't even understand that criticism. That's like the dumbest thing ever.
You try too hard.
They try too hard to beat them. But what are you talking?
What do you want them to do?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
You want them to sell.
We're gonna drink espresso and you guys play.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. Samp beat Genoa 1-0. I'll give you guys credit. Odero came up with a huge penalty shot save at the end of the game on Crescito to save the 3 points for Samp. So it looks like they're probably going to stay up now because of that game. You had
this game. About to stay up. Did you see Wednesday? They have a Venezia Salernitana.
Yeah, that's this week.
Thursday.
Lazio beat Spezia 4-3. This game was awful defending against from Lazio, like every week. Acerbi scored a goal, the last goal.
Yeah, offside.
Which was offsides, and they didn't call it, so they got lucky on that one. Spezia, the rumor is that Pirlo is going to be a candidate for that job because Motta's going to go somewhere else.
Where's he going? I don't.
Big teams want him. Like he's gonna get a chance somewhere.
I wouldn't want him.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
Wow.
Motta,
I don't know.
Yeah, teams want him.
That's gonna be a guy that goes to a big team and gets fired by week 10.
Yeah. But if you're Pirlo, do you pick Spezia as your team to come back to the league?
I think Pirlo's got to be very cautious on who he picks next because he's only going to have one other coach in job.
It's just a rumor.
No, I know,
but you see about the coach, guys.
Oh boy.
About coach, we got to let it because we think he's a winner.
Yeah. Well, Pirlo won.
So the question is, do we want a coach like that?
No.
Do we really think he's a winner? That's the question.
I mean, he's won in the past.
But for Pirlo, he's in a different situation. He's got to show a team that he could not only be successful with points, but then also put some type of play on the field.
Well, but to be fair, if he
if a Pirlo or any other coach go to a team, let's say medium, that don't want to win the championship, maybe they can do better.
Yeah. So to be
fair, they can do a lot better.
Like what he's saying, the expectations are going to be a lot less, and there's no Ronaldo on the team. Like where it's like he can do what he wants to do.
Yeah, but let's not forget, Pirlo didn't know how to read the game or make changes either. Like there was a lot.
And he wasn't he didn't even have good relationships with the players either. Like he wasn't.
You have to understand the
Pirlo
was the first year was brought there. All of a sudden, they didn't give you
a chance Serie B
because of the right thing said it's what they taught.
All I'm saying
to put him under 23.
If he messes up his next opportunity, he's going to be coaching the MLS. He's not going in Italy.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's going to be very careful.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
If I was him, I would have him go coach like under 23 or Serie B, Serie G.
I wouldn't.
For a couple of
teams. No.
You're going to go to Juventus.
I wouldn't take a team that does so necessary as to be on the first four.
So Spezia and his goal is to stay up.
I think if Pirlo, from what I saw him coach Juventus, if he takes a team like Spezia, they go down.
I think he's fired in 3 months.
Frank,
I agree.
You talk about Pirlo. Then what do you say about Tudor? He went to Verona.
I like Tudor. Look how he plays. Verona plays.
So what? Because he's good. Or because Verona is the player?
No, and Tudor also put in the work as an assistant coach for many years.
Yeah, he put an assistant for a lot of And first of all, the fact that Pirlo and Tudor didn't like each other and we saw the product of Pirlo with Juventus, I'm going to say Tudor is better than Pirlo. Just because I see Verona play and I've seen Pirlo's Juventus play. And
he gets more out of his players for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see if he takes
but
that job.
one thing is to play just to enjoy yourself and to stay in Serie A, and one thing is to win the championship.
Yeah, maybe he'll like that less pressure. Who
I
knows?
mean,
Maybe.
the pressure, it's
Yeah.
it's important.
I did.
That's why Allegri think Cortomus, as long as we know nothing, he say everything is okay. No, I'm not okay with that.
I just think that Pirlo, I didn't see this great communicator, right? Or this guy that inspires his players, like stuff you
Or
need on a little,
tactics.
yeah, or tactics, stuff you
But-
need on a little team. No,
But he walked into a very tough job.
Yeah, no, that's
did.
true. That's
He
very
did.
true.
yeah, that'll give him.
Empoli lost to Torino 3-1. They had the lead in this game. Empoli had 2 red cards. I think Torino had 2 penalty shots. Belotti had a hat trick. They scored late goals.
Now that's a game. Belotti is good again.
He's freaking
I
awful.
got
He's
it.
not good. Whoever signs him is a moron. I would never touch him.
Listen, like I said, I'd rather have Henri than Belotti anytime.
Hell yeah. Give me Henri any day of the
No,
week.
I want to see Duric in the
Yeah, him
Ender, I
too.
take him
Him
too.
too.
Yep.
Duric because he could help with the cross. He could help a lot of things.
Yeah.
And plus one thing, I saw him come back, had a help midfield too. That's what I like.
Juries are strong. Rome tied Bologna, so again, Bologna picked up another point. Skorupski played well again.
2
And
good
even-
games for Bologna in a row.
They haven't lost in like 5-6 games. They've been playing
What
good.
do you, with the Roma Bologna, you think it was a penalty under Orsolino?
No, I don't think it was a penalty.
It was a half penalty.
Yeah, that's why. If you're not sure, you don't call it.
Yeah,
and
but he hauled him from the shirt from the.
yeah, but I don't know. I didn't see it as a penalty. Both goalies played decent in that. They made some saves. Today you had Atalanta tie Salernitana, which was a huge. Salernitana was winning all this game, then they scored. Pasalic scored from a nice pass from Malinowski in like the 82nd minute to tie it. Yeah, it was a nice finish. It was a nice pass.
Oh,
And
and
they-
the first half, Salernitana played better than
even in the second half, they played good too.
The
They were
second
actually
half looked
attacking,
like they were defending, like they got tied.
but they still had chances.
But like they played the game.
Yeah.
They play,
No, they've been doing that for the last month. They've been actually
And
playing
you know,
soccer.
it
It's
didn't
by their
convince
coach.
me a lot in this game. I don't know if you saw. Dragoshin came on the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all.
No, they haven't played it. They gave him a chance and he sucked.
I don't
So
know.
now-
See,
yeah.
they brought him under. Come on.
Yeah.
Who was their coach at the beginning of the year, Salernitana?
So they had a coach, I forget his name, but his philosophy was kick it long and chase it. They don't do that. They actually play soccer now. So
Kick it
it's,
long and
that's what he said. He said throw the ball long and go get it. That's how they played.
Who was the coach before?
I
who was
forget
it?
his name. It was some old white guy that was bald.
Did he come over from American Travel Soccer?
it was a really bad tactic.
From the 90s? Like, not even now.
Who was? I
Who
don't
did?
remember.
I can't remember his name, but they fired him. Obviously.
Who he coached
He's going to coach
before?
Juventus next year.
So a huge point. Even though they wanted 3, they still got a point, which is very big.
Oh, it's 4 game. They win 3 at the Taiwan.
10 points in 4 games is awesome.
Kidding?
So the standings,
Yeah, but still, that win would have been nice. They would have been tied with Coyote.
for sure. But their season's going to come
Hey,
down.
look at that, Daniel. Salernitana. If Salernitana beat Venezia,
Yeah, so they play
which
Thursday.
this game, Salernitana Venezia, will tell us how bad we are. Look,
Yeah.
Salernitana beat Venezia. He's going to get to 29 points over Cagliari. That's why Cagliari is going to beat the Inter. Listen to me.
Yeah,
That
he's
game
right.
that is the only makeup game left, and that's this Thursday. Which a Thursday game for relegation implications is pretty nice if you want to watch. Nothing really changed on the left side. Some middle of the table shifted a little bit, but the top 4, like we said, set. It's just a matter of where everyone finishes. And then the bottom three you have Coyote, Salernitana, Genoa, Venezia as the ones that are fighting for it now. Let's go to our
Listen to
predictions.
me, not that things.
Yeah,
Sampdoria Spezia still in
yeah, but
It would take a lot, though.
It'd take a lot, yeah.
No, if Salernitana with Venezia get to 29 points.
Yeah, but they're still 5 points over Coyote. If Coyote, 35, 33, and 28 is 5 points.
Yeah, Cagliari doesn't do nothing. He beat Inter to get 31.
He's given them 3 points already.
Yeah.
Tom, play your music. So predictions last week. I'm just looking at the standings, guys. I took the lead. at the end. I'm over Chris by 1 point. I got the Bologna Inter game correct, so I got 2 points there, and then I got Milan correct, so I got 1 point.
I believe I'm an 0 for 20 run.
You are. You haven't gotten a point in 5 weeks.
That's pretty hard to do. That's like being perfect.
You're in last place now, actually. And do you remember how bad he was in the beginning of the season? He had like 10 points while we all had 40.
Yeah, but that's like me being perfect, though. In a way.
Totally. Yeah, sure.
I'm 0 and 20.
Let's go to the games this week. We'll each pick a game. We'll pick the results and score, and we'll see. Do we want? I didn't put Salernitana Venezia on this, but that's a Thursday game. You can pick that if you want, but somebody pick a game. There are logos now, so you got to know your logos. This is a test.
Torino Napoli. That's a good game. 2-1 Torino. They're home.
That's not great. The games aren't that good this week.
2-2.
There's a couple.
2-2 Torino Napoli.
2-1 Napoli.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
Somebody else pick a game. Salernitana Coyote, huge game.
Just Salernitana Cagliari.
So they got that.
In these 2 games, Salernitana Cagliari, I have a tie, 1-1.
Because remember, Salernitana plays Thursday and then they play Sunday, so they don't have a big break here. So
1-1.
I'm giving them the 3. Well, so they just fired the coach, so that usually boosts the team at the end of the season, Coyote. But I'm going to say 2-1 Salernitana.
I'm saying 1-0 Salernitana.
Frank?
I'm going to say 2-1 Coyote.
Okay. Somebody else pick a game. I think you got. What about Verona?
Verona Milan.
Milan. You want to pick that one?
Inter will play.
Empoli.
Hey, Empoli. Let's get that team.
All right, so those are the 2 games we pick. Milan. Let's go with Milan Verona first, or Verona Milan.
2-2.
2-1. I mean Milan 2-1.
I got a 2-1 Milan.
2-1 Verona.
Okay, man, we're really pulling for Milan over here. We're killing for them to win.
I said 2-1 Verona.
No, all the rest of us. I know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
Cheers.
And then we have Inter versus Empoli.
3-1 Empoli.
So stupid. I hate this guy. I'm gonna say 3-1 Inter.
3-0 Inter.
2-1 Inter.
Okay.
You picked Inter?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you.
Yeah, to lose.
Wait, no. Who'd you pick?
I picked Inter 2-1, but to lose.
Oh, so you're trying to jinx them?
Yeah.
Oh, you took Frankie's tactic.
Oh,
okay.
You know what? I should do that too, right? That's what I said I was gonna do.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You did. You said 3-1 Empoli, didn't you? Oh, no,
yeah, but usually you have to pick Inter and then they lose.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna switch it 3-1 Inter, so it's gonna end up being 3-1 Empoli.
This is a sham. I don't even know how we pick anymore.
Listen, I haven't got one right, and I'm all for next year at this point.
I can't even tell you what your picks are this week because you've said a million different scores. So
I have
good
not.
luck writing these down, Dom.
Yes,
I'll take whichever ones are correct.
Like, subscribe, Twitch, YouTube, all your podcasts. Write us some comments. We'll write back if you want. We tweet every once in a while. You can follow on there too. Enjoy the games this weekend. Have a good night.
Bye.
Hey, wait.
Oh, God.
And now that we are at the 4th place, I sure 4th place, I hope we win a 3-0.
Why?
I don't know. I hope he give us some.
I hope he plays all the young kids.
You guys ruined my sign off.
Play the young kids.
Who will play against Sunday?
Genoa.
Oh, we're losing.
Put that scavenger mutrezze.
We're losing. I'm gonna say we're gonna lose.
We did not pick that game, and we're not going to. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.